Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to take a little bit of a look at how much trouble we're going to have pre-ordering Mega Evolution. This is on my mind right now. And look, obviously we've talked about this a lot, but in the UK and other EMEA regions, Europe, Middle East, and Africa, where I'm in the UK, we know that Mega Evolution is delayed, that's sad, etc. If it's not delayed, however, pre-releases are starting this weekend. I've already told you the best cars you should be looking out for in terms of ones to pull from that set. What we haven't done, however, is have a good look at exactly how hard it is going to be to pre-order. Now, when we talk about this, there are two products which are pretty hefty exceptions. And that is, firstly, the Pokémon Center exclusive Elite Trainer boxes. There are two of them. And the Enhanced Booster Box. And the reason is, these are only available on the Pokémon Center, either in Canada, the US, Australia, New Zealand, and the UK. If you're not getting it on the Pokemon Center in one of those regions, you're not getting it. Sucks? Yeah. Yeah, it does. I apologize. I know there's a whole bunch of people over in, mainland Europe, etc., who very much want this and aren't able to get them. All I can say is my apologies. They're just not available in your region, and I'm sorry about that. Now, it is worth noting that they're not necessarily the most important products ever. Now, the Enhanced Booster Box is just a regular booster box, but it comes with a stamped Bulbasaur. This Bulbasaur is exactly the same as the Bulbasaur in the set, except it has the set logo stamp, the Mega Evolution set logo stamp on the card. That is it. That is the only difference. Okay. It's either keep it for a sealed collection or get the promo. And the last time we had this was back with Journey Together, and we had the stamped Reshiram promo. That is not an expensive promo right now, not even a little bit. So hopefully it's not going to be the biggest deal ever if you did miss these. People keeping a sealed collection are going to be the ones who are most disadvantaged here, I grant you. As for the Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer boxes, again, it's promo and packaging. The packaging is different to the regular Elite Trainer box. Here's the two Gardevoir together, for instance. You can see they're not the same. So if you're keeping a sealed collection, yes, that is going to be a problem. Similarly, there is an extra promo, but here's the promos. It's the Alakazam in the Gardevoir Elite Trainer box and the Riolu in the Lucario Elite Trainer box. And essentially, no matter what Elite Trainer box you buy, you will get one of the promos. And then, if you buy the Pokemon Center exclusive, you also get a stamped version. That's it. It's stamped with a Pokemon Center logo, that's it. So both of these products, the Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer boxes and your Enhanced Booster Box, they're cool, they're exclusive. They're not the end of the world, it's the packaging and the promo. But essentially, where we are is, they might go back up on the Pokemon Center. They might not go back up on the Pokemon Center. At this stage, we have no idea. I'm sorry. So, with that borne in mind then, how are we doing with pre-ordering everything else? Well, I thought I'd go and have a look over in the UK where I am right now and just have a look at some of the, some of the big shops around and eBay and places like that, trying to figure out what it's looking like in terms of pre-ordering. So Mega Evolution over on Magic Madhouse, it's not looking great. To put it bluntly, everything is showing as out of stock, which is a little bit sad. Now, we don't know if and when they're going to put more stock up. Presumably at some point they will. But right now, it's all showing as out of stock. It's all gone. Elite Trainer boxes, booster boxes, everything is showing as out of stock, which is genuinely a little bit sad. There were times that it was there in a bunch of stores. Right now, unfortunately, we're not there. Okay. Well, that's one of the bigger online retailers in the UK, so it's not a great sign that they've got it sold out. Now, the Pokemon Center, obviously everything's sold out on the... You know it's all sold out on the Pokemon Center, right? The Pokemon Center, generally speaking, has better stock, but also everybody knows to go and have a look on there. So unfortunately, yeah, it's all sold out. Now, presumably at some point there's going to be some kind of a restock, but we don't know what or when or how extensive or any of that. So it seems like the big online retailers are generally a bit sold out here, which is not ideal. Okay. I'm not going to start listing off other retailers, by the way. Like, it's sold out, all right? The big retailers don't have it right now. Maybe we check out over on eBay. And we'll start with UK eBay because we started off with UK everywhere else. That seems to make the most sense for the time being. If we try and find a Mega Evolution Elite Trainer Box, for instance, about 70, unfortunately, is what we're looking for regular ones. Here's a Gardevoir for 70, and then a pair of them for 150 or 75 for the pair. No, that's not ideal. You're right. Yeah, that just sucks, I'm afraid. Like, there's no way around it. It's just a bit rubbish. I wish it was better, frankly. I wish this was a better solution. It's not. The Pokemon Center exclusive is worse. The Pokemon Center exclusive, I mean, they're dumb, frankly. People are generally, I mean, the better listings, and I say better, very much in quotation fingers, are about 310 for a pair. About 160 each. And believe me, there's plenty of people selling them for more than £160 each. Obviously, this is where I would like to do my whole, just don't pre-order it. Like, I've pre-ordered one of each because I want one of each so I can open one of each. This is part of the problem at the moment is you've got all of the scalpers who are just buying them so that they can resell them on eBay for a big markup. It sucks and I hate it, but that's where we are. I wish things were better. Boo! There we go. Now, in terms of booster boxes over on UK eBay, we are in a similar kind of position, but it's not quite so bad. They are more available. So there is a listing right now for 180. No, it's not ideal. But it's not that far off MSRP. The enhanced booster boxes there for 230 and 255, they're a lot worse. But having a booster box there for like 180 is awkward, annoying, but as far as it goes, there are some there. A lot of the time it's nearer to kind of like 200. They're not good, but they're not absolutely terrible. Over on US eBay, if we have a look at your Mega Evolution Elite Trainer Box, it's actually pretty much exactly the same. About 190 for the pair is about the best you're looking at. You know, here's 3 in a row. 2 of them are 190, 1 of them's 200. So, pair of ETBs, you're paying about 190. So, $90 to $100 for an ETB is what's being asked on eBay. Obviously, that's ridiculous and we don't like it. Pokemon Center exclusive, these are nearer to about $200. We've got one of each here for, $188. And then there's, a pair for $420. And then it's been cut off, I'm afraid. But the one next to it was a pair for $400, which is still better than $420. So about $200 each for the Pokemon Center exclusive. That's about what you're looking at. It is, again, far from ideal. If we have a look at the booster boxes here, then we're still looking at not ideal. Generally speaking, about 250 on the lower end, 280 on the higher end. Here's 3 in a row, which actually kind of shows you quite nicely. The lower ones are 250, the higher ones are up about 280. Obviously, this is significantly more. And this basically boils down, if you want an answer to the question I posed at the start of the video, how difficult is it to pre-order Mega Evolution? Not that easy right now. Now, especially in the UK, you've got to remember that we're 2 weeks later, so there is every possibility that more stuff pops up. We got 2 more weeks for it to pop up. And certainly anywhere more stock could come in, whether it's Pokemon Center, whether it's big online retailers putting stock up, etc. There is a decent chance that more comes out, more shops have stock, PCN does a restock, etc. All of this is in play. However, right now, the answer, I'm afraid, is that Mega Evolution is not that easy to pre-order. I do think it is going to get easier. I think Pokemon are going to keep printing until it's much easier to find. But the answer right now is, I'm sorry, it's not that easy to pre-order, and that's a bit rubbish. But I've told you all about it now, so now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about all of this. Tell me if you've got your pre-orders in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. And get shoutouts on the channel like the lovely Ray of Light, who's been a supporter for a while now and seems to be a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.